Shut up and sit down.
Do you like power? Do you like our? Then you love the Power Hour!
Good day, and welcome to the Power Hour. We're back! After several injury-hit months, we are returning to your eardrums. Chris, how the bloody hell are you?
Oh, what a relief to be back in the Lizard Lounge, Ross.
I know. It's Power Hour 11. Who would have thought it, eh? We've got enough episodes to form a football team.
Well, there is the missing episode, which I think at some point we'll release. But that's a conspiracy in itself, isn't it?
Absolutely. I'll tell you what an episode. What an episode that was. That was, I'll tell you what, Chris, it was top 10 at the time of my favourite episodes we've done.
Absolutely.
It was, we had our friend of the show, Adrian, come in for some more knowledge. And of course, you know, we had some good talk about some conspiracies. It was really eye-opening indeed.
Did it open your third eye?
Opened up an eye of another kind, I'll tell you that for free. So we have been away for a while. You know, unfortunately, we did make the decision to sign another of Imminent Lee's friends, Sickly, who turned up to the Lizard Lounge, and well, he tested positive for COVID, so we all had to quarantine for months on end, really. Yeah, what wasn't great. More about that later, but we're all okay. The Monday Night Tuesday roster are all okay. It's just poor Sickly. He's not a very well chap, I'm afraid.
I knew we shouldn't have. He kept offering us salted caramel and like toffees and stuff. I was like, I can't eat any more. Like my stomach hurts, and he was like, "No, come on." And we all just shared the same packet. So we did the right thing, didn't we? We had to isolate. I know. And
you know, it's a lesson to us all. Anyone can catch it. Anyone can spread it. You know, Sickly, he's the picture of health. You know, he looked a very healthy lad, but not after this. But you know, in the interim, a lot have gone on. Lots has happened in the last 2 months or so, and we've got plenty to chat about. We've got Clash of Champions was Sunday night, so we've got that to talk about. That'll be one of us. Plenty on COVID, the world, and how that's adapted to another few months and back to lockdowns. Football being back, and we're happy about it for once. Plans about Monday Night Tuesday, and of course, we can reference Power Hour 10. And, you know, I'll tell you, when that episode lands, and it will be after this one, due to various technical difficulties, but it is very, very good, Chris.
Absolutely.
So, without further ado, let's get back to doing what we do best, and let's have some music. Chris.
Jerry Garcia, Lewis Garcia, the brothers Garcia, Moxley. This is the Grateful Dead with Casey Jones.
Driving that train, high on cocaine. Casey Jones, you better watch your speed. Trouble ahead, trouble behind. And know that notion just crossed my mind. This old engine makes it on time. Leaves Central Station about 8:45. It's Rebel Junction at 17:2 at 9:45. You know it's traveling again. Driving that train, I'm cocaine. Casey Jones, you better watch your speed. Trouble ahead, trouble behind. And know that notion just crossed my mind. Trouble ahead, the lady in red. Take my advice, you'd be better off dead. Switchman sleeping train, 102 is on the wrong track and headed for you. Driving that train, I'm cocaine. Casey Jones, you better watch your speed. Trouble ahead, trouble behind. eyes, but still don't see. Come round the bend, you know it's the end. The 5-month screams and the engine just gleams. Driving that train, I'm cocaine. Casey Jones, you better watch your speed. Trouble ahead, trouble behind. And you know that notion just crossed my mind. Driving that train, I'm cocaine. Casey Jones, you better watch your speed. Trouble ahead, trouble behind. And you know that notion just crossed my mind. Driving that train, I'm cocaine. Casey Jones, you better watch your speed. Trouble ahead, trouble behind. And you know that notion just crossed my mind. Driving that train, I'm cocaine. Casey Jones, you better watch your speed. Trouble ahead, you know, trouble behind. And you know that notion just crossed my mind. And you know that notion just crossed my mind.
That was the Grateful Dead with Casey Jones. So with the song in the song break there, it's been apart from the missing episode 10, it's been 3 months since we've done this. So a lot has happened in the wrestling world. We're not going to recap that because
We didn't watch it.
It didn't watch it, and in WWE world, in the Feather New York world, if it happened 2 weeks ago, it didn't happen. So so we're going to focus on Clash of Champions. So it's the first time I've certainly been able to watch it. Watch actually some of the action in the Thunderdome, brother. It's. Let's talk about the Thunderdome just briefly. It's I think it's a clever idea.
I like
somewhat.
it.
It's not as good. It's not as good as our socially distanced, sold out Waterfront Arena idea. But it's a good way of getting fans interaction and getting people to kind of a unique experience.
Did you see the AEW sign?
I think we're going to say the same thing. No, that and the rest. There has been just to run through a few of the things they've had on there. They've had someone had their screen turned to the phrase "Fire Velveteen Dream."
Oh really?
Don't
on
disagree with that.
on the show or in
Yeah.
a previous one?
Not in this show. These are over the last few weeks since they've had the Thunderdome. Someone had Chris Benoit.
Yeah, so that one.
Someone had a GIF of the Ku Klux Klan drinking. So that was, and then someone put up a video of an actual beheading. So.
So if you're listening to this,
weird.
We'll send you a Monday Night Tuesday
you're
picture.
Wrong. Put Power Hour up, please. If you technical geeks, please do it for us.
Could we apply for it? Like, how do you do it?
I'm not gonna lie, I've not looked into it, mainly because every show is gonna be on at like 1 a.m.
I might have a look like when I'm next off on a Monday and see for a pay-per-view or something, and we'll try and get on.
I'll be dead.
We'll just hold up a Monday Night Tuesday sign.
I have one random day of annual leave left to use, so maybe let's check it out. Let's see if we can get the Power Hour on the Thunderdome.
Should we try and get on Survivor Series?
Absolutely, yeah. Power Hour coming to Survivor Series. We're taking over. Feather New York, we're coming for you, brother.
We'll film an episode on the screen. It's just me and you with a mic. Just not watching the show. Just film.
Yeah, just have your own chat instead. Live commentate. We can stream it to YouTube. Watch us, not watch Survivor Series. But on actual wrestling, so Clash of Champions. So opened with much like ourselves, Sami Zayn has taken the last few months off watching wrestling and being in wrestling, but he's back, and he is actually the undisputed champion now of at least of the Intercontinental variety. Again, that is Intercontinental. It doesn't make reference to the fact the world's flat or otherwise. So it's very much a loved belt by our flat Earth following. Shout out, boys! Keep fighting the good fight.
Thanks, lads.
And yeah, good match. Enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Some good bumps. I really imaginative finish. I saw the handcuffs coming out, and it's been done a few times, and I thought, yeah, quite clever. It's good. And then obviously, Sammy put it through Jeff Hardy's ear, which was absolutely brilliant. A great image, I thought.
Yeah, it was good. And like when he was just in the ring, just holding it, he couldn't even do anything.
Yeah, he was staggering around, and they did at the end. Like once Sammy got the belt down, they had a really good kind of shot. A lot of people give Kevin Dunn a lot of grief, rightfully so, for the wobbly cams and all the crazy cuts. But that was actually a really good image when you had, kind of Jeff still holding the ladder next to himself. AJ obviously had been cut down from the ladder. I thought it was really good. Really good shot. Well done, Kevin Dunn.
To be honest,
that's your one for the year.
I was actually going to write. I was actually going to have some notes and say that the camera angles and shaky cams would do my head in during the match. So retract what you just said, Ross. Fuck Kevin Dunn.
Yeah, we're back. Yeah, I mean that was good. A lot of filler on the show. I can consider myself a relatively casual fan at the moment now. I'll dip in here and there. I don't think they've done anything or anywhere near enough to make me care about the tag division. Couldn't tell you who's champion of who. I know some of the teams, but yeah, literally couldn't tell you who's the champion or not.
Who is SmackDown one? I know that is it the Street Profits? Did they win?
I just said I don't know, Christopher.
I don't know. I know I didn't watch that match, but I know the Street Profits were the Raw. I don't know whether they won or not. Show us how much research we do.
Something in my head saying it's Nakamura and Cesaro. Something in my head, but could be wrong.
They might be SmackDown though. I don't know.
I think they are SmackDown. Yeah, I think they were on the pre-show main event.
Oh yikes! Them two could like headline any other wrestling company.
Yeah, but no, it was a lot of filler. You had finally built up to Bayley Sasha ongoing feud, which is going to be really good. Personally, I think it's been a really good angle when I have dipped in and out.
Yeah, Bayley's been really good, hasn't she?
Knocked out the park as a heel, yeah. Thing is, some of this though, you felt like you brought Sasha back, or and you kind of ignited the feud. It just feels to me 3 months early. Why not wait until Rumble and have it for the belt at Mania?
Yeah.
It seems a bit
They could have dragged it out. They could have focused on other stories.
There's no need to rush these things. Yeah, there's literally no need to rush them. But yeah, that's what we've got. Presumably they'll have a match at Hell in a Cell now.
Is that the next one? Is it?
Yeah, Hell in a Cell's next. And then there was the ambulance match with Orton and McIntyre, which was see, I get it. I'm torn whether I liked it or not, because I like the idea of a heel getting a comeuppance, and obviously Orton's punt kicked a lot of of the legends over the last few weeks and months. I just don't feel it builds up a babyface properly if you're having to rely on 4 people saving you to win a match against a heel. I get the idea of Orton getting his comeuppance, but I just don't think it does a lot for the babyface. So there was basically it was an ambulance match, so they kind of
I skipped through and saw the ambulance getting shot.
Yeah, so Big Show held back Orton when he went for a punt against McIntyre. Then they went to the back and Christian attacked Orton again. And then Shawn Michaels sweet chinned Orton and then threw him off the ambulance. And it's like, as I said, every time Orton got the upper hand, another legend came out. It's like, I'm not sure it builds up your face
your actual champion,
McIntyre to be, you needed the help of all these people. But Ric Flair was in the ambulance at the end, so 2 thumbs up.
Was he already in it? Just getting work done.
He was in the front, yeah. He's in the front, just getting on the lemon. And then the main event, for me, you can have great technical matches, but nothing will beat a really good storyline driven match. And I thought that was exactly what Reigns and Jey Uso did.
My most enjoyable Roman Reigns match.
Yeah, and you know what? Why haven't it's an old one. Why the hell didn't they turn him heel sooner? He's so dislikable. It's just right itself.
Even like when he was talking and they had the mic on him, That was boss. That was like the best promo he's ever got.
He's smug. I think he's really good on the mic anyway. In that kind of very clerical, short burst as a smug champion.
And that was him just talking.
There adds it as well.
That was him just talking when they used to do it, where like you could tell it was like a Vince promo when he was like a baby face, and it was like, come on, you're just looking like an idiot here.
I'll tell you what, without the jacket on, he looks $1 million.
Well, he was like,
he looks so much better.
He's gonna get. He's put on Twitter, didn't he? I'm gonna have new music, and I said, "Dan it." I was like, "What are you doing? Come on."
Yeah, but honestly, Get Rid of the Vest is brilliant for him, and a really good story. And ultimately, are they building to a Rock main event again in Mania, where Rock puts him over? That would crown him as a top level heel.
Do you remember when he won the Rumble and and The Rock came out and he was just like, "Why the fuck have they got me involved in this?"
But you know what though? That can even add to like the storyline, and these are great. I think when you have a heel who is saying something that's relatively factual, it's so much better because if they can believe what they're saying, it looks 10 times better. But also if there's actually he's not wrong there. He could easily say, not being funny, you came out, you were pissed off, you weren't happy for me, and spin it as that story.
Yeah.
And then he's not wrong. You can amp up the delusional part of it or whatever you want, but I think it would do really well to get people to boo him because no one's going to boo The Rock ultimately in all this.
No. Except Trump fans.
I think they will build that, and to be honest, you might be able to do it, especially with The Rock's his schedule. Presumably is a little lighter with everything going on with COVID. He might actually have time. Well, to be fair, you know what? If Mania can't happen again in front of a crowd, The Rock could have a cinematic match and not take a single bump.
Have a Fast and Furious match.
Literally, they could film it film it as a cinema, as an AJ Styles Taker, Bray Cena thing. He doesn't actually have to take a single bump. He can just make it look like he has or whatever. He doesn't have. It can just be done really well.
Yeah. I'll be up for that.
And it's one that if you don't have a crowd, then people will still buy it because it's Rock, and then you just film it in a way that protects everyone, and his insurance company will sign off on.
Definitely, yeah. And if he's running for office, then probably doesn't want to take a bump, does he?
Yeah, Dwayne 2020.
Speaking of Clash of Champions before, was Bray Wyatt featured?
No, not featured. He's not a champion. Nor was he challenging for a belt.
Didn't Clash of Champions used to be like undisputed against the WWE belt, and then it was like both the tag teams would face each other? That's
Survivor Series, isn't it? It's the one night of the year.
Didn't they used to also do it though at Clash of Champions, and then also bill it as the only night of the year where they'd face each other?
That's Survivor Series, lad.
I'm sure they did it for both at one point. There was like one year where they said it twice. Like, hang on a minute.
The only time in the year, apart from that other time in the year. Well, yeah. I mean, I think that's enough about the Fed in New York. We've gone a bit there. Just a quick rundown about the marks down in Georgia. Again, not being held much attention to this. They had All Out. Moxley versus MJF. Thought it was a good match from what I did see of it.
Yeah.
I think it protected everyone. Moxley been doing really well as a champion again there. It's a long time since I've seen a monster babyface. That's kind of just we'll have matches. Doesn't care, and will represent that belt. I think it's a fresh change from the seemingly decades of a heel champion.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, I enjoyed that. I also enjoyed the Mimosa Mayhem match. Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
You don't like him, do you? You like Orange Cassidy?
No, I just think it's an indie gimmick, and eventually it will wear thin unless he changes his.
You know what, Ross? Considering
he changes attitude, Chris.
You're a COO of a major wrestling company such as ourselves. I thought you'd like Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, well, I think it's. Let's be clear. If we'd come up with a gimmick, it would be the best thing in the world. But yeah, it's not for me. I think the final thing for me to kind of say is, I think we said it before. AEW, I think, somewhat struggling without having a crowd.
Well, they've got a bit of they have got some crowd back.
Small pods, haven't they? But I mean, just think, I miss live crowds. you're watching, highlights of stuff early in the year.
It looks mad, doesn't it?
It's so much better when you have a proper crowd. I think it's not quite as good as it could be. I mean, I know it's COVID. I know we haven't got much choice right now, but it's just it is a shame that we can't have live crowds.
Have you been watching?
Apart from Monday and Tuesday.
Have you been watching any
where
of
you get...
Being the Elite?
No.
Watch some clips at the Dark Order are hilarious.
Yeah, I need to start watching more Dynamite. Hopefully, over the next few weeks, I'll be able to watch a few more episodes of it.
Yeah, I've lost a bit of interest. It's not just in them. It's not the show. I'd probably enjoy the shows. It's just at the moment, I've just got no. I just can't be asked with any like.
Yeah, it feels like they're all in a holding pattern, really, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because until they get crowds back, it's not really an art form that transcends.
No, it's based on reaction.
Having Yeah, exactly. I think there's a time and place for you kind of having a. I do enjoy the cinematic matches they have. I think they've been really good, and we've been a big fan of them here on the Power Hour. But I think you need to have a think and eventually say when the crowds come back, that's when you'll get the more enjoyment again.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was our wrestling wind-up, and a very long one as well. So, Chris, let's have another song.
Mortal Kombat, Morticia Adams, Morty Smith, Moxley. This is Swim and Sleep, open brackets, Like a Shark, close brackets, by Unknown Mortal Orchestra.
That was Swim and Sleep, open brackets, Like a Shark, close brackets, by Unknown Mortal Orchestra. It's time once again. We welcome you back to Polly's Pandemic Update. Polly, what's been going on in the pandemic?
I wish I could edit in an audience there going mad for this bit.
PPU.
I'm trying to think what 3 months ago. What's happened since it? So I've left my job voluntarily. I didn't get sacked.
Have you considered involuntary redundancy?
We went into liquidation voluntarily. So I've had like a month and a half of just like fucking dossing around. Like I've been going on my bike a lot. Like so I've been doing. I'm up to like I've nearly broke 1,000 kilometers on my bike.
Nice.
Sounds better in kilometers. It's only about 590 miles. So I mean, I've just been doing that a lot, and got a little side gig tutoring, and I'm in uni.
Woo! Oh, college man.
So finally got there. 11 years late. Only boy in the class.
A mature student in a class full of women.
You have to wear face masks.
You do.
So like one that get all the class. Yeah, just me. A Hannibal Lecter one. Just in the corner of the room, rocking, fucking tied up.
I can't take notes.
Like one of the girls, like, oh, you. I thought you were about 23. I was like, because under this face mask, I've just got a big Father Christmas beard. So I'm actually quite glad that I've got to wear a face mask. You might think I'm good looking.
You can't see how haggard I am.
Yeah, apart from that, I haven't really been doing much, to be honest. Went out a little bit more as lockdown eased, but then we're kind of back into more strict now, aren't we? So
yeah, well, I'm back at home working, so we, I suppose the end of the first Power Hour volume kind of coincided with me returning back to the office full time. So, but now with the latest government guidelines, I'm back at home full time.
I'm back.
Yeah, I'm back. Back at home 5 days a week. So it's been yeah, I mean, I suppose the government are kind of trying to go the other way now, and rather than leave it too late, which they're being rightly criticised for. In the first instance, they kind of tried to preempt it. Ultimately, they had 4 options: full lockdown, which would have pissed everyone off. They had the option to close schools, which again, not going to happen. Ask workplaces to go back to working at home, or shut bars and restaurants, and they land on closing offices, which is probably the least I think it's going to get the least grief anyway, I suppose. But obviously brought in this mental 10 p.m. rule.
Yeah, I mean, like I've seen like videos of like people like on like tube stations or like waiting for the train and that, and it's just like more busy than ever because they're not like leaving and like in smaller groups. It's just everyone in one go. So
Yeah,
it's like
every 10 o'clock, everyone's out.
What are you achieving by this? If they'd have just, even if they'd said like there's a curfew like 1 a.m, the people who would have anyway have left at 10 and 11.
Yeah.
Because like I don't like staying out late anymore. Like I'm always like last train now.
Yeah.
But like
the thing
like
is...
they would have all just like gone off. But now it's just like 10 o'clock. Even if like you're not a late nighter, like 10 o'clock is like that's, you know what I mean. That's when you go home anyway.
It's prime time, and buses and trains are running less anyway because obviously social distancing.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I think the concept relies heavily on bars and restaurants working in conjunction to stagger their closing times.
Yeah.
But they're not going to do that because it's they're all fighting for their lives.
Yeah, definitely.
And also, if people are intent staying out to the deadline, it doesn't matter if one pub closes at 9, they'll just run to the next one and go in there at 10 or before 10.
But the thing is, people are just going to go out earlier now. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Like on just before like this kind of whatever it is, it's not even a full lockdown, but like Northwest was doing a lockdown. Like I went out on the Friday and it was like it's either coming in tonight or Tuesday. And I was like, well, what is it? Like, which one is it? So like I went to the pub and we were like, right, we'll just go out at 2.
Yeah.
And then just so we could just stay out. Like I think we stayed out till about like 9 or something. But it's like I'd never know like during all this I wouldn't go. I'd go to the pub then. Like you wait till like 6, don't you, or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So people
we were
get
just
early.
like, when's the earliest we can go to this pub?
That's the thing, isn't it? People just get the fuck up, go out earlier, which it doesn't solve anything for anyone. So it's back where we are. Numbers are creeping back up again. So obviously winter's never a good time. So, but you have these quite you have people like Adrian in Aldershot who are anti lockdown.
I think we maybe should get Adrian back on, to discuss lockdown.
Absolutely. I think he'll have some crazy views and wild theories about the government controlling him and why he shouldn't wear a mask because obviously that's a way you control people.
I did see him he's hashtagging mind control quite a lot.
Yeah, and hashtag QAnon. When challenged about why and how they're controlling us, he responded, "Well, do your own research." So strong words.
Strong words indeed.
I know. I haven't got time for that, Adrian. But yeah, it's the advice he keeps giving. Do your own research.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and in final news for me, I am actually going to be doing another radio show, not podcast, radio show. Yeah, with work. At some point, I'll be doing a podcast talking about.
You actually aren't like running it, or are you just a guest on it?
No, I was just a guest with an actual media outlet. So
Bloody hell.
I know. Talking about all things payment technology. So
are you going to try and mention the Power Hour?
I am not going to mention the Power Hour now. I'm not. Well, I mean, if an opportunity to get some of the catchphrases in, we're back, etc. I might do. Who knows? Or strong words, but yeah, I think.
Is there anyone called Lee in your company?
There is not. No, I don't feel we could bridge the two the two entities of payments and Monday Night Tuesday. But who knows? There might be an exciting crossover community.
The what community?
The crossover community.
All right.
Yeah. So anyway,
I'd say I'd listen, Ross, but would I like it? Are you gonna?
No, it'd be very much different in tone to this. It wouldn't be anywhere near as light-hearted. But you can hear my business voice, so who knows.
I know the radio voice, the friendship voice,
and then it's business time, baby. But yeah, that's coming soon. So coming to all media platforms and some that you may not know of. Anyway,
is it going to be on like iTunes and that?
Oh, I don't think so. Christ, no, not made it. I'm not even sure what's going to be on. It'll be on some sort of website, but
I'll listen to it, lads. I'll just I'll make a Ross highlight reel where everything you say I'll just put into a video.
It'd be like Ross skills and highlights 2020.
You can all watch it while your bird's spooning and she falls asleep. You can just watch that on your phones.
It'll be we'll put it on the Power Hour end of year DVD as a special feature bonus track.
After hour, the after hour,
the after hours.
It's our bonus 30-minute podcast that we'll bring out.
Yeah, it's a trial. Chris, some music.
Yogi Bear, Bear Grylls, The Bare Minimum, Moxley. This is 2 Weeks by Grizzly Bear.
That was 2 weeks by Grizzly Bear. And now it's time to give you your long-awaited update about Monday Night Tuesday.
Brought to you by Dettol.
So we had as you mentioned, a bit of a mishap here in the Lizard Lounge. So one of Imminently's mates, he came along imminently, sent his apologies again last minute. As Chris mentioned, we were all sharing some salted caramel snacks prematurely. Not prematurely, sickly. He was prematurely. We'll get to him in a minute. And another one who let us down, but sickly. He was. He eventually came down with a positive result, so we had to quarantine the entire roster, didn't we, Chris?
You know, one positive result has such a negative impact on this company and our lives, really.
That's some great words, yeah. So it's all up in the air at the moment. Our build to 9/11 Mania. Maybe we'll have to do it, at a different date. But it's unfortunate.
I mean, if it doesn't go ahead, we'll definitely have a pay-per-view.
Absolutely. It was all building well. We were really getting some momentum. We were really starting to find our stride. But yeah,
well, we had the tag team championship was we were going to debut it.
Yeah.
So I mean that is still on the cards. That's still on the cards for the next episode, and obviously, the build up for the championship ship match as well, the Fatal 4-Ways.
Yeah. So we were all in quarantine. We were all there. There was two issues. As mentioned, prematurely kept mistaking the dates and kept leaving the bubble one day early, meaning that we all had to go back into quarantine for another 2 weeks. That happened a number of times. As well, Imminently kept saying he would turn up to the next bubble and then never did. So it meant that we had to get special dispensation from fat local mayor Mr. Anderson to be able to get
Chippy
out.
Tits.
Absolutely, Chippy Tits. We had to call him some favours. So thank you, Joe, for letting us get out of quarantine. And we had to give it. No, go on.
I was going to say I really didn't enjoy having to be in a bubble with a lot of the wrestlers.
No. I tell you what, Man Rancher really got on my tits by the end.
Yeah, fucking did my head
just
in.
Kept dropping in front of you, going. He was
and
I couldn't sleep.
And every
time I tried to sleep, it'd be literally like, "Can you hear something?" And all of a sudden, it'd be like, just drop down in front of you, like, "Where's my championship ship match?"
He definitely burst my bubble.
Yeah.
While I was there.
Yeah, I mean, he just he just couldn't get over the fact that he'd lost several matches to get in that championship opportunity. But he still kept demanding it. So so we couldn't have we couldn't get access to the Lizard Lounge. It was under government control for a number of months. We eventually got back in and gave it a big deep clean with our friends and now sponsors of Monday Night Tuesday, Dettol. So thank you Dettol.
Thanks, lads.
Yeah, keep fighting.
I'll tell you
that Dermajoxy fight.
That clean fight.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll tell you something that really annoyed me. That Imminently was in charge of sorting the food out for the bubble, but he let Greg order all the food. So we ended up with a crate of flumps turning up, and then he just ate them in the first day. So I was fucking starving.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't lose weight because we had the Rona. We literally just lost weight because there was no food there.
Yeah, I know. Let's be fair, there were some other people who struggled. The chunky monkey. He is no longer chunky. He is a slim monkey. No umbongo.
He's a bit of a hunky monkey, isn't he now?
I know, but no umbongo. So he needs to get back on his training regime. Chester Drawers, I tell you what, he's seen better days. There was no shine on his finish by the end. Oil.
I'm sure Mrs. Straws has sorted that out, though.
Yeah, hopefully. I know he's been under a deep clean since then. So
A deep restoration.
Yeah, and and of course, it's just we also had a bit of trouble with drag racers. They were very much providing entertainment for all of our quarantining. Tough Nuts didn't like it. Kept.
Well, they got off.
Well, yeah, exactly. They just fucked off. They
wouldn't even wear a mask.
They wouldn't wear a mask. They kept leaving, coming back, calling us mugs. So we had to keep that quiet from Chippy Tits. But they weren't happy with us. They weren't happy about this whole quarantining. As I actually heard that they're good friends of Adrian.
I wouldn't put it past Adrian to be friends with them.
Yeah, apparently they met down in Trafalgar Square a few protests ago. And
Well, they were at the David Icke. They were at
wasn't a Black
the
Lives
David
Matter
Icke protests, weren't they?
Yeah, it wasn't a Black Lives Matter one. I'll tell you that for free. But yeah, we all got through. So so not really much more of an update beyond that. Monday Night Tuesday will be coming back at some point. Stronger, better, less quarantined, and we'll let you know as soon as that occurs. It's going to be a while, unfortunately, though. But let's let you know. He's still our favourite. He's still going to be your favourite. Oil will be there.
Oh, absolutely. He didn't need the quarantine. If you made it Oil, you'd have no risk of catching Rona.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And you know what as well. Actually, you know what really annoyed me about the whole lockdown that we had to undergo was Misunderstood. She kept making out that we could leave the bubble. Every time, it was we all thought the rule was, you can't leave. She kept saying, you can leave, it's fine. If anything, don't go more than 2 meters apart, she kept saying. And we had to explain to some of the roster that actually know what she meant was, you have to do the opposite of what she says.
Well, we have to keep Greg away from her. He's such a gullible man.
Oh, he was all over everyone.
He didn't know what to do, did he?
No. It was literally every morning he'd wake up, shout done, and try and leave the bubble. So it took I tell you what, it took at one point I think it was about 20 of the roster all holding him back. Before
we certainly weren't socially distancing them, were we?
No, exactly. And these are all the little things that add up to these 3 months we've had off. So yeah, but that's the update.
We're as sad as the MNT Cosmos is. We want to get back. We want to sort it out.
Yeah, and that championship opportunity, it's still in the arena somewhere.
Hopefully, unless it got deep cleaned.
Yeah, well, maybe. Yeah,
a janitor might have the contract.
Cash it in. Yeah. Who knows? Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that one.
We'll see.
We'll check it. We'll check it when we're allowed the keys back. But yeah, that's Monday Night Tuesday. So yeah, there we go. So, Blue Whiskey Bar, White Wine Pub, Red Rum Club, Moxley. This is Red Rum Club with Eleanor.
When I'm alone, I fill the void with a box of Polaroids, milestones in sepia tone, wondering where the time has flown to. Better believe you're still my girl. From the rooftop, tell the world I'm the one you call upon when the night gets rough and the morning's long. But the sun won't get you far. I know just what you are to me. If you could see what I see, be high when the morning comes. She throws her arms around me, I realize I'm the lucky one. No surrender, no retreat. Cold November, back streets. All the while I wear a smile. My jacket's on you cause it fits your style. I'm feeling safe and warm with Eleanor on my arm. I'm the one you call upon when the night gets rough and the morning's long. But the sun won't get you far. I know just what you are to me.
was Red Rum Club with Eleanor. So, Chris, as we were navigating through the summer months and the imposing second lockdown, we noticed a rather good article. But I think before we get onto that article, you have some exciting news.
Well, I wouldn't say exciting. I just saw it then in the song was on, and I thought it could warm the cockles of the Power Hour audience. So this is the headline. It's Harry Potter fans were left disappointed as a commuter train passed through the station at the same time as the Hogwarts Express when they were all waiting for it. Love that, mate.
Yeah,
Love all stuff like that.
I think shit like that's amazing. It always cracks me up.
Do you remember
when,
the Flying
train
Scotsman?
virgins get absolutely bingoed.
Do you remember the Flying Scotsman video?
Yeah. And the fucking Pendolino overtook it.
I love all that. You know, I live for that content.
Yeah. Well, two of my favourite things in life: train virgins being bingoed by modern technology, and of course the other one, our favourite, is as you pull out of the station, just as the train starts to pick up some speed, you flip the bird at any unsuspecting passengers who are on the still on the platform. It's a great
always
hobby.
best though at like 9 or 10 o'clock at night when like people are getting off half cut, and you go past some station of some place you never heard of, where basically the demographic is the tough nuts, and just start waving two fingers.
Squaring up to the train, start squaring up to it.
Oh, that was the funniest thing
hoping
ever.
that you pull the emergency stop to have a scrap in the middle of like Sankey upon Pencup.
Just blowing kisses at them.
Woo! Yeah, brilliant. But yeah, as you mentioned, the article was on on the Vice website, and it was detailing landfill indie. So the best 50 songs from circa 2003 to 2012, and let's be honest, Chris, there was some absolute bangers in there.
I mean, there are bangers, but at the same time, you listen to half of them and you're like, why did I listen to all this?
Literally, like, is well, obviously there's a few that have a good place in our heart. Like, you know, the likes of Little Man Tate and you know, the kind of Maximo Park, but then there's some absolute dog shit in all there.
Oh no.
But it's it's one of those things when you're growing up. There really was a proper kind of, literally, if you had a band, there was a 4-piece. It had a tweed hat, or tweed jacket, or anything tweed. You pretty much got signed. We missed out there, Chris.
No, we were just we were too busy into the khaki, weren't we?
Yeah, exactly. We picked the wrong, not horse, but the wrong fashion item.
I think
to get on that.
Like listening to that playlist, it just reminded me of like them 2 for £10 Top Man t-shirts that everyone used to wear.
Well, like with the three random buttons.
Yeah, I had about 10 of them.
Well, I'll tell you what though. When we get to I don't think we mentioned this yet, but actually the Power Hour's going on tour.
Oh yeah, we haven't mentioned
we
this,
are going on holiday. I don't think we have. No. So it's breaking news. The Power Hour's going on tour to Gran Canaria in August next year. So there'll be some new outfits there, and there won't be any of those Top Man outfits. I'm telling you that, Corey.
And I've got actually Ross, some breaking news, which we haven't. Maybe this should have been like an off-air discussion, but I'm thinking about that week of doing maybe we can call them Power Hours still, but or maybe actually we could do a different segment in different locations, because there is a rumour that there's a submarine there that we can go on, and I'm thinking we do a segment, underwater segment for the Power Hour.
What do you think? Let us know at Monday Night Tuesday at the Power Hour. We'll have a think. What is our URL? What is our ask?
Oh, you know what? There's one of them things that we should have had prepared. I don't actually know. I don't even fucking know what it is. Well, you keep talking, I'll find it. This is why we need a producer.
So, when we find the ass, you add the shit out of that, and tell us where you think you'd like to see us present. So we're going to Gran Canaria, so have a good look.
I've got it.
Oh,
right. If you're on Twitter, it's at MNT Wrestling.
There we go. So at MNT Wrestling, and we'll produce a segment there. Why not?
I think that'd be a good idea. And like, I know we're going to try and get more power hours out now. Try and get them back to weekly. I think. So we should still be on for episode 70.
Well, yeah, maybe not. We'll see how we go. We'll certainly try and get into the high 20s, which incidentally is what the weather will be when we get to Gran Canaria.
Absolutely, I can't wait to get me pasty pins out for that. Scare all the girls off.
Absolutely. I suppose when we spoke in maybe Power Hour 8 or 9, we were very negative about football being back. But now Carlo's shithousing Blues are good. We're very happy football's back.
Well, you know what? I'm even more happy about the fact is like currently the Everton have got about 3 or 4 songs in the top 40, and we have the top 2 places.
Absolutely. So we're taking over the Barclays is getting taken over. The iTunes is getting taken over. I don't even know, the video chart's getting taken over.
Yeah.
We're there.
And the film chart
Absolutely.
as well, isn't it? The album charts,
yeah.
We've got a good chance, and we've got 4 songs.
Name a media, we're there. It's I think the favourite stat about it all was that that Spirit of the Blues has actually been downloaded 350,000 times in Bogota alone.
The memes are so good, all the videos. I tried to get in on the action and make one. But like, there's if you just search #Spirit of the Blues, even if you're not an Everton fan, it's just funny. Like, you can't help but like it. Like, if it was another club doing this, I'd be retweeting them all. Like, it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like
light-hearted. We're not taking it seriously.
Realistically, do we think we're going to win the league? No. We're just enjoying the fact that it's the first time in 7 years we're good.
Yeah, I don't even think it's like just because we've won a couple of games. It was just a bit of a feel-good factor. A couple of memes got made. Then the ball started rolling, and then as soon as someone looked and found that Spirit of the Blues was actually in the top 40, it was just a bit of momentum. It was like some articles it was a campaign. It's like it wasn't a campaign.
Yeah.
It was just a spontaneous Sunday night, wasn't it? Like everyone just doing it.
And it wasn't like us when we tried to get Fandango to support Everton and succeeded.
And they never got a call back. If you're listening, Everton.
No.
Sure you're not?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, us. It was us. We started that ball rolling. And yeah, we never got the call back for it. We never got the praise we deserved. Alan Myers. Where was it? You're too busy giving tea to Roberto. Where was our invite to meet Fandango? That's the real question on everyone's lips. What we should have got.
Well, there's we were talking about indie landfill before. This certainly isn't landfill, but I just want to give a little shout out to my mate Craig, whose band King Hannah have signed a record deal. So if you go on, So I think on the next Power Hour, I'll get him to send me the song. So I don't have to buy it. But
we'll play it.
Yeah, we'll get his song on. So well done, Craig. I'm proud of you, mate.
Well done, Craig, and hopefully you won't be like the Warner Minge Bag group, and you won't block the use of the song on the Power Hour. Please don't. We can't afford any more legal battles.
We've lost too much money legally.
Yeah. Our legal bills are through the roof, especially with the flump bill we now have to fund after quarantining with Greg. We just can't afford another legal battle. We'll settle out, of course. We'll settle. We'll call it the Craig Hour.
Monday Night Craig.
Yeah, but anyway, well done, and we look forward to playing that on Power Hour 12.
Absolutely.
But anyway, Bernard Castle, Weekend at Bernie's, Moxley. It's been played before, but it's in the landfill, and we love it. This is House Party at Boofy's by Little Man Tate.
Yes.
Somebody to tell somebody then ask her name. But it doesn't seem right, it feels a little funny, cause the sister kissed the same. While I sit in a chair next to the CD player, talk to some kid who couldn't be much gayer. He's mates with his cousin, she's trying to lay her while her best friend guards the door. Things can't seem to get much better, seamsters dancing the V-neck sweaters. These four walls won't forget tonight, I won't forget tonight. Things are going well and it's quite an occasion. This winner stays on the Sony PlayStation. Somebody's thrown up on the path, Balco's passed out in the bath. Girls sing to Kylie, they try to look sexy. I gave one my number, I told her to text me. My boyfriend's on his way, he'll be here to collect me. If you quit we can go upstairs. Has anyone seen the phone? Cause I'm ordering pizza. Marie's at the door, hand in hand with Anita. The boys gather round, eager to greet her. She smiles and walks on by. There's bottles and cans all over the place. Nowhere to sleep, there isn't space. I had a ride, good night in any case. Same again next time. Things can't seem to get much better. Seamsters dancing the V-neck sweaters. These four walls won't forget tonight, I won't forget tonight.
That was House Party at Boofy's by Little Man Tate. And well, we're doing our own house party here, Chris. Lizard Lounge, as we've said, is still disinfecting. So
literally on house party.
Yeah, we're in the virtual Lizard Lounge. Hopefully, we can get back into the real Lizard Lounge soon. And that's why Imminent Lee isn't here. So you know, we haven't advertised him this week. He'll be back next week. He hasn't got broadband.
I cannot wait.
Yeah, he hasn't got broadband, so we can't get him in here. But once we're back into the physical Lizard Lounge, he will be here, and he can give his account of what happened during the bubble and some good stories from that bubble. I'm telling you.
You know what? That's going to get me through the week, Ross. I cannot wait.
Absolutely. So, plenty more about the Monday Night Tuesday bubble and everything. Really, you know, it'd been ideal if basically I'd spent some time vlogging it, but you know, apparently he was too busy tweeting out things such as I just love music and terrorism is bad. You can't argue with either point, Chris.
And you know what? He's got all them sponsorships that he has to worry about. I think if he mentions us, you know, they might get them taken away from him.
Yeah, absolutely. But anyway, Chris, that's Power Hour 11. It's back. We're back. How do you think it went?
Do you know what, mate? PH11, tears in heaven, no tears in the Lizard Lounge, only tears of joy.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's been too long, and I think we're all glad to be back. And moving towards a bit of normality. As we go back into lockdown,
the new normal.
the new normal. But yeah, it's,
Right, and I think, should we do our little shout outs as per? I know we did it before, but we fucked it up. So if you follow at MNT Wrestling, give us a follow. Search MNT on YouTube. Do all that malarkey. Watch all the old stuff. We've got loads of views on the first episode on Monday, Tuesday. Not that many on the second.
Yeah, the hot bots in our area haven't quite made it onto the second episode yet, but I'm sure they're on their way.
Absolutely, hope so.
Yeah, I think we maybe need to make it clear that it's you can watch YouTube virtually imminently. I don't think he's passed that message on. I think he's still trying to invite people to a physical viewing. I mean, actually, if he is doing that, then I think we could probably say each view is worth about 10,000 people. Actually,
I mean, that's what I've been saying. I don't know about you.
Yeah, absolutely. So we just need to correct that and make sure the numbers are reflected. So we'll
helps me sleep at night, Ross.
I'll tell you what. Once we've got confirmation from Craig that he's not suing us, we can get our lawyers onto that and get YouTube to up our views. At the moment, all our money is locked away. So, but yeah, thanks for joining again. And this is Monday night. This is not Monday night, Tuesday. This is the Power Hour. And it's been very powerful, very hourful, and I've enjoyed it.
It's been a pleasure to be back with you, Ross.
It has, and Chris, I've enjoyed every minute. Now this one, this last song, we're going to dedicate it to our good friend and maestro from Bogota. His name is Bond James Rodriguez. This is Spirit of the Blues.
Yes!